Dear students, today we are going to discuss about mathematical methods of correlation analysis. Under mathematical methods, correlation analysis is done by computing a numerical value, and this value is computed by using an appropriate formula. The value so obtained explains both the direction and the degree of relationship exists between the variables, and this value is commonly known as coefficient of correlation. Okay, can you say what is coefficient of correlation? Coefficient of correlation is a numerical value obtained by using appropriate formula, and it explains the direction and degree of relationship exists between the two variables. Okay, the value of correlation coefficient generally varies between +1 and -1. A positive value of coefficient of correlation shows that the relationship between the variables is positive, and the negative value states that the correlation is negative. Okay, sometimes the value of correlation coefficient may be 0. That means there is no correlation between the variables. Okay, I told you that coefficient of correlation is computed by using an appropriate formula, and generally there are 3 formulas for computing coefficient of correlation. They are, first one is Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Second is Spearman's rank correlation. And the third is concurrent deviation method. These are the 3 important formula which are used for computing the coefficient of correlation. Okay, and now let us study the first one, that is Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation is the most popular and widely used method for correlation analysis. It was designed by Professor Karl-Pearson in the year 1896. That is why this method is called Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation or Pearsonian coefficient of correlation. It is also called product moment correlation. Product moment correlation. Okay. Karl-Pearson defined coefficient of correlation in a more specific and precise manner. According to him, coefficient of correlation is the ratio of covariance of two variables to the product of their standard deviation. It is usually denoted by the symbol small r or Rxy. Rxy denotes correlation coefficient between two variables x and y. This x and y are the two variables. Correlation coefficient between x and y. Okay. Now let us understand the formula for computing Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. I told you that Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation is the ratio of covariance of variables to the product of their standard deviation. If the variables are x and y, the general formula for computing Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation is R equal to covariance of x and y divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Okay, or this can be expressed as covariance of x and y divided by sigma x into sigma y. This sigma x denotes standard deviation of x variable, and this sigma y denotes standard deviation of y variable. Okay, here the denominator part is standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Okay, and the numerator is covariance of x and y. What is the numerator part? Covariance of x and y. Then what is this covariance of x and y? Covariance of x and y can be computed as sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar whole divided by n. Okay, this is the formula for computing this covariance. Okay, and when we put this sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n in place of this numerator, then we get R is equal to sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n whole divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Okay, this can be expressed as R equal to sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar whole divided by n into sigma x into sigma y. Okay. Now all of you know the basic formula of computing Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. What is the basic formula for computing R? R is equal to covariance of x and y divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Okay, or R is equal to sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n into sigma x into sigma y. Sigma x means standard deviation of x, sigma y means standard deviation of y. Okay, in this formula the denominator part contains standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. Okay, so we may insert the formula for computing standard deviation in this formula. Then we will get three different formula for computing R depending on whether standard deviation is computed by taking deviations from actual mean or assumed mean, or by without taking deviations. Okay, then the three formula can be derived. The first one is actual mean method. This is the basic formula, and when we put the formula for computing standard deviation in this place, and here also we place the formula for computing standard deviation, then we get a new formula for computing coefficient of correlation, and this new formula may be of three, this new formula can be expressed in three different ways. First is actual mean method. Under actual mean method, R equal to sigma xy divided by square root of sigma x square into sigma y square. Here small x is equal to x minus x bar and small y equal to y minus y bar. Okay, this is the simple formula for computing Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation, and this method of computing Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation is called the actual mean method. Okay, and the another method is assumed mean method. If we take deviations of items from assumed mean instead of actual mean, then the formula for computing R will be n sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy whole divided by square root of n sigma dx square minus sigma dx whole square into square root of n sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. Here dx means deviations of x items from assumed mean. Similarly, dy means deviations of y items from assumed mean. Okay, this is the assumed mean method for computing R, Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Okay, in the first method deviations are taken from actual mean. In the second method deviations are taken from assumed mean. Okay, and third method we need not take deviation either from actual mean or from assumed mean. We can directly compute the value of coefficient of correlation from the given values of the variables. Then the formula for computing coefficient of correlation, Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation, is under direct method R equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y whole divided by square root of n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into square root of n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Now all of you are familiar with the three methods of computing Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Okay, once again remember the three formula for computing Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. First is actual mean method formula, R equal to sigma xy whole divided by square root of sigma x square into sigma y square. Here the small x and small y. Small x means x minus x bar, and small y means y minus y bar. Okay, and the second formula is assumed and computation of R using or taking deviations from assumed mean. The formula is R equal to n sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy whole divided by square root of n sigma dx square minus sigma dx whole square into square root of n sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. Okay, and the third method is R equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y whole divided by square root of n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into square root of n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Okay. Now let us see how to interpret the Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. This table shows how can we interpret the various values of R. If R is plus 1, the interpretation is there is perfect positive correlation between the variables. If R is minus 1, there is perfect negative correlation between the variables. If the value of R lies between plus 0.9 and plus 1, there is high degree of positive correlation. If it lies between minus 0.9 and minus 1, then there is very high degree of negative correlation. If the value of R lies between plus 0.75 and plus 0.9, there is fairly high degree of positive correlation. If it lies between minus 0.75 and minus 0.9, there is fairly high negative correlation. If the value of R lies between plus 0.5 and plus 0.75, there is moderate degree of positive correlation. If it lies between minus 0.5 and minus 0.75, there is moderate degree of negative correlation. If R lies between 0.25 and 0.50, then there is low degree of positive correlation. If it lies between minus 0.25 and minus 0.5, there is low degree of negative correlation. If the value of R lies between 0 and plus 0.25, then there is very low degree of positive correlation. If it lies between 0 and minus 0.25, then there is very low degree of negative correlation. And if the value of R is 0, that means there is no correlation between the variables. Okay. Now let us see the important properties of Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. The first property is that the coefficient of correlation lies between plus 1 and minus 1. Then the second is, if there is no correlation, then the value of correlation coefficient will be 0. The third property is, correlation coefficient measures the degree of relationship and the direction of change. The fourth one is, even though the correlation coefficient measures a relationship between the variables, it does not predict the causation. It does not predict the causation. It explains both the degree of relationship and direction of change, but it does not explain, does not predict the causation. Okay. The fifth and last one is, Pearson's coefficient of correlation is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficients, and this can be symbolically expressed as R equal to square root of bxy into byx. Here bxy and byx denotes the two regression coefficients. We will discuss the regression coefficients in detail in the next chapter. Okay. Now let us solve a question on computation of coefficient of correlation using three methods. The question is here, x variable values are 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 11, and the corresponding y variable values are 18, 12, 10, 8, 7 and 5. Okay. At first let us solve the problem using actual mean method. You know, under actual mean method, the formula for computing Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation is R equal to sigma xy divided by square root of sigma x square into sigma y square. Okay. And here x equal to small x equal to x minus x bar and small y equal to y minus y bar. Okay. The three important components or three important values required for computing R is sigma xy, sigma x square and sigma y square. Okay. All these values can be computed by constructing a table. The given values of x and y are placed in first and second columns. Then we find the arithmetic mean x bar and y bar. Here the x bar is 6 and y bar is 10. And in the third column we compute small x, value of small x. That means x minus x bar. Okay. we get these values, that is this small x. Similarly, in the next column, fourth column, we get these values of small y. Then find the x square, y square and xy, and we can take the total of x square, that is sigma x square equal to 50, then sigma y square is equal to 106, and sigma xy is equal to minus 67. Okay, and now we can just put these values in the formula, and then we get the final answer, the coefficient of correlation, that is R equal to minus 0.9203. okay, then we may find the value of R using assumed mean method. Under assumed mean method, the formula for computing R is n sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy whole divided by square root of n sigma dx square minus sigma dx whole square into square root of n sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. Here the various components such as sigma dx dy, sigma dx, sigma dy, sigma dx square, sigma dx, sigma dy square, sigma dy, etc. can be computed by using by constructing a table, and after obtaining all these values we can just place these values in this formula, and thus we get the value of coefficient of correlation R equal to minus 0.9203. okay, then let us apply the third formula, that is direct method. Under direct method, the coefficient of correlation R equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y whole divided by square root of n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into square root of n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Okay, all the required values such as sigma xy, sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, sigma x, sigma y square, sigma y, etc. can be obtained by constructing this table, and after computing this value we can just insert the values in place of the values can be inserted in this formula, and thus we get the value of R, that is equal to minus 0.9203. Now see the answers obtained under these three methods. Under first method we get R equal to minus 0.9203. Under the second method, that is assumed mean method, we get the same answer, minus 0.9203. And under third method, that is direct method, we get the same answer, R equal to minus 0.9203. okay, I think all of you are well familiarized with the computation of Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation using three methods. Okay, now let us wind up our class, but before that there is an assignment for you. See this assignment and respond to it. Okay, thank you for your listening.